Hi, it's Chris from Diary of a Lincoln Geek here, coming to you live from UK Games Expo 2022. It's day 2, it's Saturday, we're having an amazing time, but it's even more amazing that we're here chatting with Marcus from Blue Donut Games about their latest Kickstarter, Horror in the Library. So, we're live streaming across all 3 platforms, so if you've got any questions or any comments, Sam will mention them at the end. And if you have any comments or questions after we've gone live, you can ask them and we'll try and answer them off the stream. In the meantime, hi there.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
To see you, nice.
Yeah, really. You know, we've been chatting and we've been in cahoots on social media.
Yeah.
I feel like for like 6 months.
It's been a long time.
Nice to see you
In the
meet
flesh.
you in person.
Indeed.
It's one of the things that I've loved about you being here this year.
It's been good.
It's made it all that more special after such a break.
Yeah.
And after last year where everyone was distanced and some people couldn't come, and it's just made a world of difference.
Yeah.
And to actually eventually meet you at last, it's wonderful.
Yeah, and we had a hug. It was good.
Yes, we did. We had a hug. It's amazing. Feels so much nicer to get a hug. Like I say, it's nice to be here. We're going to be chatting to you about Horror in the Library in a moment. But tell me a little bit about Blue Donut Games.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been running, and how did you get started?
Right. Okay. Well, Blue Donut Games has actually only been going for 2 years. So we're a fledgling company. We were spun out of our other company, Blue Donut Studios, which developed software, augmented reality and virtual reality.
Nice.
And we had a mentorship program with young people developing games and multimedia. And we had one young chap who had a card game, and he came to me with the idea of this card game on blank pieces of card with little bits of crystals, and it was about skateboarding. And I looked at this game and I thought, I don't understand this. What on earth am I doing with this guy? We're supposed to be doing digital. He talked me through it. He was so passionate. I really liked where he was going with the game, and we decided we're going to make this into a real game.
Yeah.
Long story very short, we created a line, the skateboard card game, which we launched at Spiel in Essen in Germany. And that was Adam Carter Groves, who subsequently went on to work as a senior game designer at Team 17. Dead chuffed about that.
Nice.
And Adam and I worked together on several games, Devices, Immortal Paths, and Line. And he was a very infectious guy. It really helped us understand about the people that love games and board games.
Yeah.
We came to UK Games Expo with just a table and a pull-up banner. Everybody was amazing. Other publishers were helpful. To the show were they bought lots of the game, which was great, and played it and keep coming back year after year. We'd meet people and get to know people. And I just realized that that's something that is very special.
Yeah.
So we set it up as a brand name 2 years ago, and then last year we set it up as its own limited company, and that's what we went, okay, now we're going to do. We had this idea for a board game. We wanted to do basically a family board game that was based on A House on Haunted Hill, which is a film I love, and I wanted to do something with that. I thought it needed a catch, and the first thing I thought was, why don't we do it so that the rooms can just be ever changing?
Yep.
3 years later, we're now here with Horror in the Library.
So, am I answered correctly? The Kickstarter's live, or when is it going live?
The Kickstarter went live yesterday morning, and I think we're like 20% funded already.
Wow.
So I'm just so shocked.
That's amazing.
So I'm really
brilliant. And we're really thankful to have got a copy of the game, and we're going to be doing a review for you guys very soon. So we're hot on the press of when we get back next week, and it should be hopefully out very soon.
Bless you. No sleep for you then, boy.
No sleep for us. We love what we do.
Yes,
love what we do.
You do.
We love being involved with games like yourselves, and it's just nice to be here. And our secondary camera guy has turned up, and Gregor is here this morning. Wonderful. Hi, Gregor. So Gregor will be able to focus on some of the elements as we talk about the game.
Yeah.
So Horror in the Library. How did this idea come about?
Okay. So honest truth, I was at a show. It was a comic book convention that we were doing, because I also do comic books, holographic novels and things like that. And the show organizer said, oh, what are you doing at the moment? And I thought, well, we've got to get into games. I really love my games. And they said, oh, that's really good. What are you doing as a game? And I'm going, in my head, I was going, what am I doing? What am I doing? And I'm horror in the library. They said, this sounds great. And I thought, yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And they said, so what is it? What's it about? Oh, I can't tell you because I'm still working on it. And I thought, oh crap, I'm really going to have to do this now. This is the worst way to come about a game. It's the honest truth.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's not. I like that. I like that story. Brilliant.
So it gave me another excuse to watch House on the Haunted Hill, both versions, the old one and the remake.
Yeah.
It's quite scary.
Yeah.
And so we'll just spend, you know, the next 3 years developing the idea. But I came quite quickly to the catchy idea of, I want to make a rotating room game.
Yeah.
So I thought, wow, tiles. Tiles is a must, and came up with these handles. So we'll talk about that when you're ready.
Yeah.
But that's and that's how we got the idea.
Okay. To this day, I've never seen a game with little brass handles. I like that. I like that little touches.
Oh.
So tell me about the game,
Right
the core mechanics, the theme, a brief summary.
Yeah, absolutely. So when I was looking at that, Call of Cthulhu, everybody was, when it went public domain, everybody was making Call of Cthulhu games, and there are some amazing Call of Cthulhu games, Lovecraftian themed games, and I thought, I don't want to do that, but I do want something where somebody who's into Cthulhu will go, oh, that feels a bit like a Cthulhu game. So I thought, why don't we do a Victorian game?
Yeah.
Victorian kind of family parlour game, and then we realised that a great place that you can get lost in, it's a library.
Yeah.
So it's a Victorian themed game for 2 to 4 players. You can expand it up to 6 players with the expansion pack,
Right.
which is fun. You can see that we have a player board here, and the player board has items that we have to collect. So it's a tile-based card collecting game.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
The premise of the game is that you've all been invited to the mansion of the Mad Professor for dinner. How can you resist?
No.
So we all have a lovely meal, and we're all sitting there on cigars with our brandies. What a lovely meal. And then the professor starts chuckling, and he then tells you of his nefarious plans, that he's lured you to try you out as guinea pigs in the mad library that he's created. And of course, we all stand up indignant. Sir! As our brandy glass falls out of our hand, we all pass out. When we wake up in the library. We have in our hands, on one side, we have a letter from the Mad Professor. On the other, we have this strange clock. And we look at it and it says fortitude on it. And the letter explains to us that he wants us to roam the library and find the items that we need in order to be able to escape. And if we can't escape out of this portal, we are trapped in the library for eternity.
Okay.
Okay, so how does it work? We have 3 actions at our disposal.
Yep.
A move, a search, and a look. So let's talk about moving. So move. I can move through an open door.
Yep.
Okay, so the inner doors are the important things that we look at. But because it's a weird library, we can actually slightly dematerialize and pass through the door that's closed. But we lose 1 fortitude point. Okay. So that's one type of move. The other type of move is you'll see that I want this door here, but I can't pass through it because there's a very thick Victorian wall in the way. But it's a strange library, so what can I do? I have the ability to rotate a tile 90 degrees. So I can either rotate the tile that I'm in, or I could rotate the tile that I want to move into. 1 move, 2 move, 3 move, and take the hit on the fortitude.
Yeah.
So with all the players moving around, the library is never the same. It's always changing. Okay. So that's move. And as I said, move, you can move the adjacent tiles and the one you're in. The next thing is the look. The look's important because of 2 things. 1, I can look at the mirror, and the mirrors are the gateway to the spirit world. So we can stare at the mirror and it will suck us in and transport us to any other mirror that's around. So I can see a mirror here and there's a mirror there.
Yeah.
So then I can be teleported directly there. But that takes a significant drain on our fortitude, -2 points. Alas, we are in the red, which means we're not going to be able to search. So we can't search drawers and we can't search bookcases. But there is a boon. We are Victorians and there's a painting. And the Victorians love paintings and art nourishes the soul. So what we do is we pick up a die, we do a D3. We just simply roll to see how much fortitude that restores. 5 to 6 points is going to give us 1, 2, 3 points of restoration. And on my turn, I can do a move, search, look, if I wanted to. So I can throw another one and get that 1 point. So it puts me back into the green on the meter.
Yeah.
Green is good, red is bad sometimes. Sometimes it's good to be red, sometimes it's bad to be green.
Balance.
It's always the whole game's about balance.
Right,
The whole game's about balance. Okay, so now I'm back in the green, I can do a search. And what I do about searching is I'll use one of my search markers, and I'll place it on the bookcase like this, and I'll put my golden cube on my first search. Okay, why do I use the meter? Is we keep track of the searches that we use, because then when we've laid down all of our search markers into the library, we have to then recycle them. So then we go all the way back to 1. Why is that? Because we imprint psychic energy like a hand on glass. You take away your handprint. If you've got hot hands on a cold glass, you'll see it stays there for a while, then slowly fades away. That's what's going on here. But it's psychic energy instead. Okay, so we're going to now look through the bookcase. We roll the dice. 1, 2. Interesting. 1, 2. So we look at this bookcase here, and we can see there's a picture of the yellow dice and the white dice. So we know that's X and we know that's Y. So we go down 1 and we look at 2. That's a yellow page, which is our elements, the book of elements.
Yeah.
So what I should have said as well is if I just quickly pick some tiles, because I did say in the beginning, and I was remiss not to put the items down that we were looking for. So here we go. So I'm looking at these pages and I'm trying to see if the page matches with the items that I need to find. Now in this case we can see, well, it matches as an element, that's an element, but that's lead and that's platinum. If it was lead, we'd be able to lock that in there and we would have collected our item and we turn that over. But we haven't, so what we do is we have to put it to one side. So we put it to one side, okay? Now you say, well, hold on a moment, we've just been wandering around the library randomly picking up cards. Well, that's true, but not entirely true. So what we're actually trying to do is we're trying to create sets. As we're going around collecting, we'll pick up cards. If we get 3 different cards, we'll take a set of 3. If we find that we've got 2 cards the same colour, and they still don't match any of the items that we need, we've created a pair. So we can use this tactically, because then we can build up in our hands different sets, so that people don't see what we've actually got. And then we can go to another bookcase, and rather than do a search, we can do an exchange. We exchange those cards, we put them back into the deck, and then we're able to look exactly for the card that I need. So I would be looking for the lead. There's the lead. That matches. That would lock in there. And I'd have got my first item. And the great thing, as I said, is with the items is you can decide how long or short the game is. Okay. So the other type of search that we've got is searching through the drawers. So when we search through the drawers, again, we'll use another search counter. I'll put that on the drawers like that. And then I move my search marker along. Except this time, we're not going to search the bookcase. We're going to use this antique velvet, very nice velvet bag, which everybody gets. And then we have what we call in the trade a jolly good rummage.
Good rummage, yes.
Oh, let's have a rummage. Actually, why don't you have a rummage?
Okay, I'll have a rummage.
Because you've got to have one in the morning.
All right, so pick one, yeah.
Pull one out and leave it out the bag. Let's have a look at what you got. Okay, so let's talk about blessings and curses.
Okay.
Blessings and curses. So you've got a blessing coin there. So we pick one up. Here's a blessing. The third eye. So the third eye gives us protection, and it tells us there's a little bit of narrative to the game, just to add to the spice to the theme.
Yeah.
And so the eye runs up the back of your head and attaches to your eye, so it protects you from stabbing and poisoning and shooting.
Okay.
Okay. So what happens is that as we're moving through the library, people are going to be collecting cards, and you may well have a card that I need.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do we do then? This blessing is going to protect me, but there are the curses. And the curses, some curses are bad. They are just bad. They're bad for you, they're bad for me. Some curses are good. They're good for me and bad for you.
Yeah.
I want that card.
Yeah.
So I have to be in the same room as you, and then I can then play that card. Some of them do some quite hilarious things. Like one of the cards here is the cursed dagger there, the ritual dagger. You have to go, you're always cursed with this dagger until you go and seek a victim and then find the knowledge, and then you lose all your fortitude, you find somebody, but then you have an advantage to be able to take a card from them. So yes, there's an element of luck in there, but there's plenty of strategy for you to use against people. You can also work together. So there's a collaboration element to it as well.
At your choosing.
At your choosing, yes. You negotiate between each other. So again, you know, you have your own strategies to play out.
That famous word that we say in Diary Geek. Hello. Or not. At your own peril.
At your own peril. So now one of the things that happens as well is as we're searching, as players are searching around, they too are also going to be placing search markers. And what happens in a 4-player game, if you get 4 markers, you summon a monster. In the first one here, I've chosen one of the level ones. One of my favourites is the Maggot Child. And the Maggot Child comes to torment us.
Right.
So we'll take a hit of fortitude.
Yeah.
But we can restore our fortitude by looking at the paintings. And we do have the ability to try and attack the monsters as well. So if I was in this room, I had to attack. Or it's very, very, very simple. It's nothing complicated to this. I just simply, of course, typically I lose. I only get 2 points, so I'd end up losing more fortitude. But what I can do is basically roll over 6. Come on, I've got to do it. Yes.
Yay.
Right. So I can't destroy the monster, but I now control the beast.
Yeah.
And I can put it anywhere I like, including the portal. Oh, a bit too firm there. Or I can put it where another player is. So I can use those to my advantage. So that's controlling monsters. And basically, we're moving around, we're collecting items, and when we've got all the items, we've got to make sure we can get into the portal. The simple way of doing that is making sure we've got enough fortitude so that when we pass into the portal, we'll win the game. But of course, if we have monsters in here, and there can be up to 4 monsters, we have to attack all of those in sequence. So we chain, and if we're unsuccessful beating, say, maybe the last one, we have to come back out. But somebody else might be playing, and they could then win the game, and that's the end of it.
Tactical timing. Yeah.
Exactly.
I like it.
That's all right. Now you can see my coffee. Oh, no, I'm going to have some.
That's
Really good. I like the element of the rotating room, so you can really kind of impact what's going on the board, rather than being almost like predictable in that sense. I really like that. So you said it was being developed for what? 2 years?
2 years?
It's actually 3.
It's actually 3 years. Yeah. But 2 years for the life of the company.
And is this something that came up in-house, as part of yourselves?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This has been a labour of love. So all the artwork, I drew all the artwork. The rooms are developed in 3D. So I've actually developed some augmented reality applications for further down the road, so that you can scan the tiles with image recognition. The rooms actually come to life in 3D, but that's for something we've got special down the road.
My God, that is awesome!
It's quite fun.
Wow. So do you even see that working with something like HoloLens?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, you heard that. You heard that, guys. That is amazing. Okay, I when that's ready, I want to try it.
You want to have a go with that?
Oh my
Absolutely,
God.
yes. And the Quest.
Yes, yes.
MetaQuest.
Hololens and Quest. Nice one. That's really cool. And now how's that going to work? Will that be like a little code on the corner, did you say?
No code, no. So the prototype that we've developed, it's all image recognition.
Wow.
So what happens is you use, at the moment we're using the phone. So you point the phone at it, and the 3D room comes to life. That's as far as we've got with it. But what we're looking at is the idea of actually exploring the room for other objects. So kind of using the depth of the game. But you know, as I've been told by the missus, get this done first before you start going off on one.
Yeah, no, and you have. I love the artwork. Good job on that. It looks great.
Cheers.
And I'm looking forward to actually, physically playing it. We're going to be doing an unboxing very quickly and getting a review out to you, very quickly as well. Of course, it's the Kickstarter's live. We've got that going across. If people want to get that, can they get that through the website? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you go to the website, you can click on. There's a big button. We put a nice big green button there, so you can go straight to the Kickstarter campaign. Yeah. As well, and all our Instagram and social media, TikTok.
Fantastic. So I think we've got the link up on screen. So if you guys want to go out and check that out, please do. If you're rewatching it again as well, you can do the same thing if you'd like to. How long is the Kickstarter going to be live for?
It's alive for the month.
For the month. Fantastic. And you're already 20% funded.
I know. I just tried.
Congratulations. That's amazing. On day one of Expo, it's 20% funded. And what's been the vibe back from people who played this?
Well, I mean, that's the great thing. I mean, we've been running 4 tables solid since we got here. So the feedback's been really great. What we've been doing as well, we've got these posters. So if people back here, I sign them with a nice gold pen.
Nice.
And people seem to like that, which is why they want to pick a signature of me. I have no idea, but they love the posters, and we're so grateful for everybody who's backed it, actually coming here, having a look at the game, and pressing the button and going, yes, I believe.
And it is. It's nice, isn't it? You know, it's a labour of love. You're proud of something, and having that almost like a little bit of validation. Because I don't know about you, I feel a little bit sometimes like I have a little bit of imposter syndrome because while we've had our 6th birthday, we still feel like we're new, like the new kids on the block regards to reviews.
Yeah.
And I every now and again I pinch myself, going, are we really being requested and asked to review? You know, horror in the library, some of the miniature-based games that were being sent. It's just lovely to have that recognition.
It is, and what you do, I can't do what you do, and you need us, and we need you.
Yeah.
And this is what's wonderful about, especially the board games industry.
Yes.
People are so positive.
Yes.
And we need more of that.
Yes.
And I've got to say, when you make a game, and I know you're working on your own game.
Yes. Yes.
One of the greatest feelings, it's a bit like a comedian when people laugh at your jokes.
Yes.
When people play your game and they get excited and they say, I love playing that.
Yeah.
That's why you do it.
Yes.
And you can't stop because you need
Exactly.
you want that.
And I feel that way about our reviews as well. So we're going to continue focusing on what we do as Diary of a Linking Geek. But yes, like we said, we're developing our own game as well, which is exciting. I'd love you to play it sometime when we've got a chance. When we're all not so busy after Expo.
Yeah.
Because I don't know about you guys, but we are going to be very busy in that first week after Expo. Going back and figuring out our schedules and things.
I think I'm going to crawl into bed and hibernate for a week after this.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Well, look, thank you for chatting to us. I've not got any questions myself. But my colleagues who are here with me.
My colleagues who are here with me behind the cameras, if they've got
the only thing I would add is that I don't know if this is still true, and it's not, but I hope it is because it's running on a banner on the stream right now. But when I checked about midnight last night, there were still some early bird tiers left on your Kickstarter. I think that's still the case. So if you do want this game for a very reasonable price, it is back now before it's too late.
There you go.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you so much for the plug.
No, that's great. And Just to remind people that we are running a competition at the moment. That you, basically, if you like our Indian character with our Mr. Monopoly being, jingle shaking down.
Lincoln in.
Yes, our Indian. Then please go and have a checkout of Raptor Island over in Hall 1. Get a demo and say Diary Lincoln Geek sent you, and you can win one of these t-shirts and a free copy of Raptor Island. So go and have a check of that out. But don't forget, also check out Horror in the Library, because it looks great, and I'm really excited to physically play this one myself as well. I've got to fight someone for that already, because someone at the Diary Lincoln Geek team already said, I want to review that. So I'll play with them.
I like some of that.
But I'm doing the unboxing.
Right.
So it's all good. So watch out, some amazing content coming from Diary of the Lincoln Geek. Remember, you can watch back at any time. It's available on our YouTube channel, Facebook, and of course Twitch. Check everything out, and if you like what we do, please subscribe and hit that all-important like button. I've been Mr. Chris. I've been here with Marcus from Blue Donut Games. Thank you again so much.
Thank you, sir.
Lovely to see you.
All right, Chris.
Take care, everyone. Stay safe and keep gaming.